So welcome. Hello everybody, I'm John Limcool. Hands together, head out. Hey, so I am releasing a new library for my birthday. I've done this before. It's kind of a fun thing to make, a special thing, something new and exciting and fun, and drum loops. Never can go wrong with drum loops. And I had a really good time. I'm going to show you some. This is a fun library. It's getting really deep. At first it's just, hey, let's make a whole bunch of really cool drum loops. And it's getting much deeper. So let me show you. This is Rad Bad Beats. In the year 2000, I released my first commercial library outside of my work for Korg, doing voicing of drum loops called Skippy's Big Bad Beats. And so this is taking on that idea. Instead of Big Bad Beats, it's Rad Bad Beats. So I don't know, you got to name these libraries something, and I've done 90 libraries now, so I'm running. Got to keep up on the names. I like the name. I think the name's kind of cool because this is rad. This, you're looking at 5 layers that you can manipulate all at the real time. And there's going to be a mix knob. In fact, check this out. One of these here has the mix knob already on one of these. Yeah, here. So if I go over here, see, this has 7 different layers that are giving you different mixes. So like this is a groove that's got chords and sub bass and so as I move this knob, it's choosing different combinations. But it won't start until I play new notes. So you can make songs and have different mixes, and all you have to do is move a knob and play a new note. Intro. Right? So we'll have mixed knobs on a lot of these patches. These BPM grooves, these are combinations of all of these different grooves put together so you can hear what everything together can do. And I've made just a handful of these. I got a lot more to make, so there's all sorts of stuff to come. So all sorts of places to go. So this library is at 177 patches. It's over 3,000 samples. The reason it's so many samples is because of this. Let's go over to Recycle. This is a pretty amazing program. So I made drum loops. I used all sorts of sound design tools and manipulation tools to make really cool grooves. It's just an audio file, right? You see the waveform? The way Recycle works is you can bring up a sensitivity slider and it will show you the transients. When it gets to a certain point, it shows you like all false transients and stuff. So you get where you get kind of a pretty accurate to where the transients it's picking up. You lock those by selecting all and choosing the lock tool and lock these. And now you can bring up the sensitivity and you like zoom in and you start. Oh, I need to move this one. So you use this key. It's literally hours and hours of work. The end result is a file like this, where I have made an index for every single timing event in a drum loop. And you can now go to the decay to see if you have it right and stuff like that. And then you spit these out as samples and a MIDI file that will replay this file. So what Unify does is, let's go up here to the top where it's just a simple, let's go to that one right there. That was Holy Roller 2, right? So it's right here. So here it is in Unify playing. It's got a MIDI box playing the MIDI file, And then in Groove Sampler, I have all of these loops and grooves that I have done. And if I choose one of these other ones where there's different timing events for the samples, Lemon Drop version 3, it's wrong. It's playing the wrong, it's the right sounds, but the groove is wrong. So you'd have to go to MIDI box, click here, go to Lemon Drop version 3, and now decay. You know, it's all there now to play with. I got time. So I've taken, I made all sorts of version 1, version 2, version 3, version 4, and version 5. And I could use this really cool tool where I go instrument layer 1 only. So it just loads this one layer. None of the extra effects you see here get loaded. It's not loading a whole Unify unit. So I could choose another groove. And let's go over here. Let's do something like Brat. And I've layered 3 things. There's now a setting in Unify right here where I can just say duplicate the links to all layers. So since these are all groove samplers and they're all laid out the same, these knobs just got assigned to all 3 layers. So now I can go to the decay. I could automate this in my sequencer. So there's 72 different grooves that are, let's go to the singles. We're just loading one so you can hear more of these grooves. There's some hip hop street kind of stuff, which are fun to take something like this. And now when you load up grooves, they're going to respect the tempo that was set by my bodyguard. So even if it was a groove that was made for 110 beats per minute, some of these make really, really cool background elements. You know, and now have a knob to change mixes of the different elements like I showed you earlier. It's so fun. And then on top of this, up at the top of the list, there's sub basses, and I have both a full menu as well as basses pulled up by themselves, and then BPM bass patches, both as just a pattern. So you just choose one of these and just a sub bass playing a pattern, and the Sub-Zero pattern. Check this out. If you go to the menu for Sub-Zero, these are all the subs together. There's all sorts of different really cool subs. There's also pitch bendy. And if you play some of these, like if you use the pitch downs, down low, they're really cool. But up cool, they make really, really cool dance melodies. You know? Like on the second page, we have distortion. So over here. That kind of fun stuff to play with. On top of this, on top of the RX grooves, there's 3 different drum kits included. There's a lo-fi kit, and this is a drum kit of samples across the keyboard. And then I've got a whole bunch of just MIDI box drum grooves. This kit originally was in the lo-fi, Uni-Lo-Fi library, so I brought that over. There's also down here, there's 808 kit. Go to the skip 808. There's an 808 kit. I'll be making more patterns. I've just started making them. And there's a chill kit. And I've done some really fun, tricky, like. So if you go here and say Unify layer and choose some other grooves, let's add just a snare. And Let's go over here. Let's say Princeton version 2. Holy Roller 1. Now I need a big sub, so go up here to the subs. Right? So, I mean, the ability to composite and build these up. I'll save this for one of the factory patches. Let's save it really quick. So we're going to say BPM. This is a groove. So we go over BPM groove. Video material. Since it's made right now in the video, right? So we'll save as, save it. That'll be in the library. And I'll clean it up. There's a little bit of stuff I can do to trick it out more and have it do some more fun things. But that's how easy it is and fun it is with this library. So I'm releasing this library. I'm doing this video way ahead of time because I'm leaving a week before my birthday to drive to see my mom and dad. And then I'm going to drive on to Santa Fe. Well, let's see, I'm flying my daughter to Santa Fe to hang out with me. So I can't wait to go around and show her things in Santa Fe. We took her there years ago when we were thinking of where to move after Los Angeles. Santa Fe or Portland, Oregon were our kind of two choices. And we actually spent 30 days in Santa Fe at a rental house while working on the Korg Oasis at the time. I took the Oasis and studio speakers and everything with me to work while I was there. And I loved it. It's a really, really cool, the vibe, the spirit, the people, the food, the environment, its location to other places. I can't wait to go. So this is coming out on my birthday. It's going to be at a nice price because that's how I like to roll. It's only for Unify. You don't need anything else. And there'll be more support videos coming up, more in detail, going through all of this stuff when I get back from my trip. So thank you for your support, for grabbing the library. I hope you enjoy this. It's an awful lot of fun to have all of these groove components that you can just click and drag. All the grooves are able to work together because they're all listening to MIDI box timing. So they're all able to be synchronized up. They're able to do really fun things. So thank you again for your support. We'll see you in the next video, okay? Love it. Yeah.